What's up everybody? Coach Zach here, and in this video, we're doing a yoga flow for beginners that will help improve your hip mobility. Now it's gonna be simple, it's gonna be easy. We're just gonna take you through a few yoga postures that are very common and you will definitely come across in a yoga class or in an online yoga routine. And so we just want to have a basic understanding of some of these postures and how they work together in the broader flow. So we'll start in downward facing dog. So coming into downward dog, I'm not going to break this down too much because it is very detailed, but you're trying to make your body form somewhat of a V, chest towards thighs, heels down towards the ground, lifting the tailbone up. So it's a little bit of a heart opener as well, where your heart's really trying to get towards your thighs, opening up through the shoulders and the lats. And then from here, take a breath in, reach that left leg up to the sky, really try to reach it up high. And on your exhale, bring that left knee in towards your chest, step it in between the hands. Now from here, we're gonna come up to Warrior 2. If you haven't watched my Warrior 2 video, check that out. But you're gonna bring that right heel down. So from here, back heel comes down, windmill the arms up into Warrior 2. Make sure your alignment is on point. I'm not gonna go too in detail, but if you look down, you should be able to see that front big toe actively pushing out the outer edge of that back foot. Sinking down, deep breaths here. Find that Ujjayi ocean breath. Now from here, flip that front palm, reach it forward and back on your inhale. Reverse warrior, sliding that back hand down the back leg. Reach it up and back, opening up through the ribs, and pouring your spine back. On your exhale, we'll come into extended side angle. So reach it forward, settle that left elbow on top of the thigh, and reach that right arm towards the front of the room. Make sure you're not collapsing down, reaching it up long along the right side body. Deep breaths in. Full breaths out. Now moving on your next inhale, we'll come back up into reverse warrior. And then at the end, extend that front leg. So here you're trying to stretch a long line from the left toes to the left fingers. Deep breaths, really open up through the ribs. Hitting into that left hip flexor. And then on your exhale, we're gonna come forward, keep that left knee straight, bring your hands to your hips. Now this is triangle pose, Trikonasana. It's not too much of a beginner pose, it's a little more intermediate, but we're gonna break it down so you can understand it. Bring your hands to your hips. From here, I want you to find some sass in the hips. So kind of tilt that front hip down over the front leg while the back hip comes up. So again, just a little sass. So that front hip tilting down, right? Tilting down, back hip tilting up. Kind of pouring the hips over like a bowl so the spine can follow. Then you're gonna reach the front arm forward, reach, and then down. Don't worry about touching the ground, just bring it to the inside of the calf and the shin, and reach that right arm up to the sky, look up towards the thumb. Again, still finding that sass in the hips, deep breaths here. From here, the way you get out of this is very important. You bend that front knee. So bend, let that top arm guide you back up into a reverse warrior. Deep breath in, make sure that front knee is bent. Now on your exhale, you're gonna windmill the right hand down, so you're twisting as that back heel comes up. So hand comes down, and then the opposite arm looks up. Breathe. If you need to, you can set the knee down. Just take a few breaths here. Take another breath in, exhale, let that hand come down. Step that left leg back, coming into plank. Now, if you don't know how to move through a Vinyasa and do a Chaturanga, I'm not gonna break it down here, just lower down to your knees, but you're gonna come forward on the toes, and then your exhale, you're gonna try to bend your elbows so they come towards your ribs. Inhale, come up into a cobra or upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So, that was just the basic flow that if you go to any yoga class at your yoga studio, more than likely you're gonna be doing this even at a beginner's level class. Now, it's really great to open up the hips because you're moving the hips through all different ranges of motion. Just remember some of those key aspects we laid out with the cues. Triangle pose starts with the tilting of the hips. When you come out of triangle pose, that front knee bends. Make sure you know all the cues of Warrior 2. Go ahead and check out my other video for beginners in yoga, breaking down Warrior 2. And throughout all of this, you're doing that Ujjayi ocean breath. Again, check out the video for that, breaking that down for beginners. And if you want more, if you want a full yoga program for beginners, check out the link below because we have an easy yoga flow for beginners. If you're a little more advanced, check out my program, Empowering Yoga, which is gonna be a little bit more difficult. As always, I'm Coach Zach. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, shoot any comments down below with questions, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.